All right, take 99. I'm just kidding. This is take 4. But yeah. Let's go ahead and do take 5. What's going on, YouTube? This is Tactic Design. Today I'm going to be doing a cover art tutorial with you guys. This was my favorite cover art that I've done to date. It was a very specific request from the artist himself, so I am going to go ahead and throw a picture up on the screen real quick. Alrighty, so here's that message from the artist. As you see, he wanted a hand facing like this. He wanted it to be a female's hand with nails and everything, you know? He wanted the hand to be made out of money because this song is called Married to the Money, and he wanted me to put a ring on the ring finger of that hand as well. The first thing that we're going to look at is a picture that I got from my girlfriend's friend of her hand that we're going to use for this cover art. We also have a ring and the money that we're going to be using. First thing first, let's drag this money in. We're going to go ahead and throw it over the hand, and we're going to create a clipping mask. All right, we're going to set this money down to multiply so we can get those nails popping out like that there, and it just looks a little more realistic that way. I kept this hue and saturation here. I use this hue and saturation to color this hand differently so we can get that green out of it. I have it on 51, negative 78. Your values are going to be different if you're making something else, you know. But that brought it back to that money look. We got the blue bands and everything. I don't want the blue on the nail per se. Let's see if we can move that around. There we go. We'll use it like that. Next thing we're going to do, I'm going to make a new layer. And I'm going to use my magic wand tool right here. Select all these nails. You got to be on the hand layer, my bad. Select these nails here. Hold shift to select multiple. And then take a red color here. Go back to that layer that we made. I'm going to fill it. Shift backspace for that shortcut. Boom, turn to red. Control D to deselect is what I'm going to do. I'm not liking the way that one turned out, but let's look at it on multiply first. It looks good. Add a brightness and contrast over this here to brighten it up a little bit. Let's do the clipping mask and just boost the brightness a tiny. Yeah, that looks good to me. So we'll grab the ring from here. And we're going to resize it. Alrighty, now I'm going to make a layer mask on that. Boom. Go ahead and grab the brush, paint with black to cover up, and we're going to hide the parts of the band that should be going behind the finger. And I painted it to give it that more of a, not necessarily more of a realistic look, but more of a gold look. Alrighty. I'm going to also maybe change the blend mode on this down to multiply, and then maybe lower the opacity a tiny bit. One more layer. I'm going to grab a brush with white. I'm going to change it to a soft brush. And we're going to pull that size up a little bit. Not that much. And I'm just going to add a little click right on the diamond there. Change it over to soft light. And then you see it kind of gives it that little bit of a shine there. All right, if we look right here, this is definitely the ring that I used. Right here, not this one. I just went ahead and dragged it over to take a look. I can't find this one in my files. Same process though. I painted those things gold. It has a bigger diamond. It just looks better on the finger itself. So I'm going to go ahead and delete these ones. This ring that I dragged over had a drop shadow on it. We're going to go ahead and add the same type of drop shadow to our hand here. And that looks kind of good. I kind of want it to go a little more straight down though. So just drag this guy. And yeah, right there is good for me. All right, now for some text. All right, and then we end up with something like this here. We're going to go ahead and add that same type of drop shadow, keeping the same effect, right? Enable this guy here. And two other layers that I kept here hidden were these little money stamps that I have going in the corner. What I did for those, I'll just show you real quick. They were just a duplicate of this money, basically. Throw it up here at the top real quick, put it on normal. I just placed them over here at the corners. You can already see where this one lines up. And I just cut out around these two here to give it that look. Another thing that I really like to do, just go ahead and make a new layer on top of everything, except for this here. I like to keep this unaffected. Grab that brush again on a white, and we're going to blow it up pretty big. About that size here, and I like to just tap once with that soft brush to create that light effect.
Love me cause I'm rich and I'm handsome. Put up in a drop top, put up in a fan. Every time I show up, bitch, they put me on camera. Now I got a bag and it made me feel like Santa. Bitch, I'm putting in that work, had to get it out the dirt. Yeah, I swear that I'm married to the money. On the block pushing bricks, we forever getting rich. Yeah, I swear that I'm married to the money.